In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to properly create a slab so that whenever you're drawing your wall sections later on in our semester, you'll be able to have your slab show up more accurately than if you were to just select the generic slab and paint the material onto the surface of that slab. So first, I've briefly showed you how to create your carpet tiles in Photoshop, create your image, and so I'm going to just quickly run through this, although that you should be able to do this on your own after the last week's module. So I've already gone down here and created a new material, and I have renamed it to Carpet Tile Mohawk Threaded Craft. This is just how I like to organize my finishes and my materials, because when I'm looking for them later on down the line, it's just easier for me to divide them by what they are and then put a little bit more identifying information in there, kind of like what I did with the fabric. So I've created this and renamed it. So now I'm going to come in here to image, and then I'm going to click on the Mohawk Threaded Craft file that I've made in Photoshop with the quarter turn installation, and click open. So the texture editor comes up, and if it didn't, then you'll click on the image there, and you're going to need to resize this. As I mentioned earlier in the text of the module, these carpet tiles are 24 inches by 24 inches. So since you have a square of 4 of them, or 2 high by 2 wide, you're going to need to make that 48 inches or 4 feet. So down here, I'm going to change my sample size to 4 foot 0 inches. And sorry, it didn't change, 0 inches. And since I have the proportions locked, it's going to do both the height and the width. So then I'm going to click done and apply, and then okay. So now I've created that material and I'm ready to use it. The next step is going to be adding a flooring and a slab. So I'm going to go up here to architecture, and then I'm going to click on floor. So one of the things that you can do, which I've already entered into sketch mode, let me show you. One of the things that you can do is click this drop down, and it'll give you the options of what you're going to do. We're just going to choose floor architectural for now. And then you can see here under the properties panel, you're given a lot of different options, but none of these are exactly what we're going to use for our project. This is going to be a 4-inch slab on grade, and then there will be a footing around, but because we're not doing the full architectural drawings at this point, we're just going to create that slab for the moment. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to click Edit Type. Now, there's right now just generic 12-inch selected. The easiest thing to do whenever we're talking about creating a slab very quickly is to just go and hit Duplicate. And then I'm going to name this a 4-inch slab on grade with finish floor. And that's just going to be how I'm going to select it. Now, the carpet that I'm using is 0.84 inches high in its pile height. I'm just going to round this up because right now it's not super important, but you can make that exact if you want. So, excuse me, under structure here, under construction, you'll hit edit, and then you're going to click in here and insert a layer. So this layer here, you can make it 0.84 inches or you can make it 1 inch. That's up to you. So 0.84 inches. It is not a structural material. And then my structural material, which is my concrete, is only going to be 4 inches, not 4 feet. So I'll click 4 inches. Then what you can do is you can go under material and click on these 3 dots. And here you can select your carpet tile, Mohawk Threaded Craft. Okay. And then I'm going to click OK. And now I will be able to place this flooring. So when you're in the sketch mode, this will show you pretty much the best place to stay is on this Modify tab. Up here, if you go to any of these other tabs, you can't select any of these things. You're currently in the sketch mode of Revit. And so one of the things, I think I'm linking to another video below this one that talks about, thankfully in this sketch mode, you can select Pick by Walls, and you can have this core, or this go into the core of the wall. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and you can watch the video later to explain that. So I'm going to pick by walls, and I'm going to just select all of the walls. And then since I have this long line here, I'm going to trim. And so if you could go up here to the trim extend, and then you'll click on the lines you would like to keep, and it will trim to what you need. And now I have, if you zoom in, I have a good corner there done. So then you can click finish, and now I have my slab created. So I can go in and I can click view and do a 3D view and make sure that it is shown how I want it to be shown. Now I don't have any of my other finishes done here, but if I click realistic, you can see that there is my carpet tile. If I hold down shift and rotate, you can see there I have my carpet tile installed.